80% of the revenue with 20% of the clients. So the top clients are representing most of the value. Or also good is in the warehouses, mostly 20% of the products need 80% of the ground. Yeah. So, for example, 20% of the websites use 80%, or 20% of the websites in the internet use 80% of the data volume.
Yeah, I think it is
80% of the traffic use 20% of the streets. So, Ray, it's very good that you brought up this. And very interesting is also, and this is probably differs between Italy, which is a very fashion country, France. 80% of your time, you use only 20% of your clothes. So that means change your clothes more often. Yeah.
Do you know?
This conclusion is come from the brands. I think, for example, the Zara and the Uniqlo, because they are the fast fashion brands, and they could use this conclusion to tell you, okay, you can refresh your wardrobe, refresh your clothes more fast.
Yeah.
Buy more.
And with girls is probably different. You probably use in 80% of your time you use probably, hopefully, 40% of your clothes.
Even less.
More or less, yeah.
You know, girls always say they cannot find enough clothes in their at home.
So we have, there is a startup in Sweden. Well, it was a startup. Now it's an established company. They sell the products like trousers, etc. And if you give them the clothes back, you get a discount because of renewable energy stuff. So they can do and work with the old material and do new ones. So you get something back. So if you are well organized, and this is very important for students, etc., is if you are clever and have the right structure and the right priorities, with 20% of your effort, you can mostly do 80% of your workload. That means more homework for you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Ray.
Thank you.
For this very nice hint you gave us about the Pareto principle. Okay. Some input from the others? Xiao? Xian? Okay. Then let's go on. So, okay. Good. Venture capital and other buzzwords. Beside what I told you about that the venture capitalists are coming into a company when it's already on the road, having the product, marketing, concept, business model, blah, blah, blah. That means you don't have a venture capital company who is not actively involved in your company. So some investors in earlier stages, they give you the money and leave you alone. Here, they are there. They are in your board. They need the reports. They need everything you can or you have to give. And this is enormous effort. Some companies are really getting frustrated in how quite a lot of venture capitalists actually step into the organization. But of course, the pro is that as a founder, you're not aware about every aspect of your business. So of course, they do quite a lot of support, and that is in that way positive. Good. I think, let me check. I don't know whether we have seen this one.
Sicher. Sie können die Werbung überspringen, so wie Sie den Kauf von
We can't see the video.
Yeah, I just checked the advertisement.
Is the song from the TED Talk, TED show?
really excited to share with you some findings that
Okay. I think we should have a look. I think I asked you before, who knows what TED is? Anybody knows TED?
We all know that because it is the very, very good material to study English.
Do you see it here?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether we talk about the same stuff. TED is...
Yes, of course, we say the same thing. Oh, okay.
Let's have a look at this video by Bill Cross. The single biggest reason why startups succeed. Let's have a look.
surprised me about what makes companies succeed the most. What factors actually matter the most? Organization is one of the greatest forms to make the world a better place. If you take a group of people with the right I'm really excited to share with you some findings that really surprised me about what makes companies succeed the most. What factors actually matter the most for startup success? I believe that the startup organization is one of the great better place. If you take a group of people with the right equity incentives and organize them in a startup, you can unlock human potential. Unbelievable things. But if the startup organization is so great, why do so many fail? That's what I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out what actually matters most for startup success. And I wanted to try to be systematic about it, avoid some of my instincts and maybe misperceptions I have from so many companies I've seen over the years. I wanted to know this because I've been starting businesses since I was 12 years old, when I sold candy at the bus stop in junior high school, to high school when I made solar energy devices, to college when I made loudspeakers, when I graduated from college, started software companies. And 20 years ago, I started Idea Lab. And in the last 20 years, we started more than company's execution is its ability to adapt to getting punched in the face by the customer. The customer is the true reality. And that's why I came to think that the team maybe was the most important thing. Then I started looking at the business model. Does the company have a very clear path of generating customer revenues? That started rising to the top in my thinking about maybe what mattered most for success. Then I looked at the funding. Sometimes companies receive intense amount of funding. Maybe that's the most important thing. And then of course the timing. Is the idea way too early and the world's not ready for it? Is it early, meaning you're in advance and you have to educate the world? Is it just right, or is it too late and there's already too many competitors? So I tried to look very carefully at these 5 factors across many companies. And I looked across all 100 Idealab companies and 100 non-Idealab companies to try and come up with something scientific about it. So first, on these Idealab companies, the top 5 companies, CitySearch, Cars Direct, GoTo, NetZero, Tickets.com, those all became million-dollar successes. The 5 companies on the bottom, Z.com, Insider Pages, MyLife, Desktop Factory, PeopleLink, we all had high hopes for, but didn't succeed. So I tried to rank across all of those attributes how I felt those companies scored on each of those dimensions. And then for non-Idealab companies, I looked at wild successes like Airbnb and Instagram and Uber and YouTube and LinkedIn, and some failures: Webvan, Cosmo, Best.com, Flues, and Friendster. The bottom companies had intense funding. They even had business models in some cases, but they didn't succeed. I tried to look at what factors actually counted the most for success and failure across all these companies, and the results really surprised me. The number one thing was timing. Timing accounted for 42% of the difference between success and failure. Team and execution came in second, and the idea, the differentiability of the idea, the unique idea, that actually came in third. Now, this isn't absolutely definitive. It's not to say that the idea isn't important, but it very much surprised me that the idea wasn't the most important thing. Sometimes it mattered more when it was actually timed. The last 2, business model and funding, made sense to me, actually. I think business model makes sense to be that low because you can start out without a business model and then add one later if your customers are demanding what you're creating. And funding, I think, as well. If you're underfunded at first, but you're gaining traction, especially in today's age, it's very, very easy to get intense funding. So now let me give you some specific examples about each of these. So take a wild success like Airbnb that everybody knows about. Well, that company was famously passed on by many smart investors because people thought no one's going to rent out a space in their home to a stranger. Of course, people proved that wrong. But one of the reasons it succeeded, aside from a good business model, a good idea, great execution, is the timing. That company came out right during the height of the recession when people really needed extra money. And that maybe helped people overcome their objection to renting out their own home to a stranger. Same thing with Uber. Uber came out, incredible company, incredible business model, great execution too, but the timing was so perfect for their need to get drivers into the system. Drivers were looking for extra money. It was very, very important. Some of our early successes, CitySearch came out when people needed web pages. GoTo.com, which we announced actually in TED in 1998, was when companies were looking for cost-effective ways to get traffic. We thought the idea was so great, but actually the timing was probably maybe more important. And then some of our failures. We started a company called Z.com. It was an online entertainment company. We were so excited about it. We raised enough money. We had a great business model. We even signed incredibly great Hollywood talent to join the company. But broadband penetration was too low in 1999, 2000. It was too hard to watch video content online. You had to put codecs in your browser and do all this stuff. And the company eventually went out of business in 2003. Just 2 years later, when the codec problem was solved by Adobe Flash, and when broadband penetration crossed 50% in America, YouTube was perfectly timed. Great idea, but unbelievable timing. In fact, YouTube didn't even have a business model when it first started. It wasn't even certain that that would work out, but that was beautifully, beautifully timed. So what I would say in summary is execution definitely matters a lot. The idea matters a lot, but timing might matter even more. And the best way to really assess timing is to really look whether consumers are really ready for what you have to offer them. To be really, really honest about it, not be in denial about any results that you see. Because if you have something you love, you want to push it forward. But you have to be very, very honest about that factor on timing. As I said earlier, I think startups can change the world and make the world a better place. I hope some of these insights can maybe help you have a slightly higher success ratio and thus make something great come to the world that wouldn't have happened otherwise. Thank you very much. It's been a great audience. I'm Brett Cowan, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create.
So, let me check one thing. I want to show you one video more with Mr. Amazon, with Jeff Bezos. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please struck by two things. That legendary laugh and his nearly unmatched focus on customer service. We know customers like low prices. We know customers like big selection. And we know that customers like fast delivery. And those things are going to be true 10 years from now. They're going to be true 20 years from now. So we can count on those things and we can put energy into them. He met with us at Amazon's Seattle headquarters to personally show off the company's new line of souped-up, lightweight Kindle Fire tablets. One of them is priced at only $139. Apple's cheapest iPad is nearly $200 more. One of the things you've done so well at Amazon is you've undercut all of your rivals by keeping the prices low. Does that same strategy apply to tablets? Yes, our approach is premium products at non-premium prices. So we sell the hardware at break-even. So we don't try to make any money when we sell this hardware. But we hope to make money when people use the devices, not when they buy the devices. And so that's a very different approach from most companies. Most companies are building quite a bit of profit into the sale of these devices. The approach this time also includes a feature never seen before on any kind of device. It's called Mayday, 24/7 tech support. Thanks for using Amazon. How can I help you today? You can tap the Mayday button. It's just right at the top of the menuing system, and a tech support advisor will appear on your screen and can draw on your screen and guide you through things and teach you how to do things. I remember when Steve Jobs introduced the iPad, one thing he said is, we're going to stand on their shoulders and go a bit further. He was talking about the Kindle, because we had launched the Kindle, the dedicated reader, today. The latest generation of that is called Kindle Paperwhite. That's what Steve was talking about. But my question now is, have you taken it up another notch? The way I would think about this is that there's room for a lot of companies to do well in this arena. These tablets, mobile devices, very big market arena. Room for companies pursuing different strategies, different product features, all for there to be multiple winners. But in the smartphone arena, that may not be the case, as we've seen with BlackBerry. How did they stumble so badly? I don't know. It's a very reasonable question, and I'm sure it will be, probably many case studies on the history of that company. In many ways, it's still a very innovative company. My guess is there aren't any easy answers to the question you just posed. But what about the questions about Bezos in his latest move, his $250 million purchase of the Washington Post? These are among his first public comments on the acquisition. Why did you get into the newspaper business? For me, I thought the Washington Post is an important institution, and I am optimistic about its future. It's a personal investment. I'm hopeful that I can help from a distance, in part by providing runway for them to do a series of experiments, and in part through bringing some of the philosophy that we have used at Amazon to the Post. That philosophy, he says, comes down to this. What has worked at Amazon is focusing on the customer, being putting the customer first, which is easy to say but difficult to do. If you really are customer centric, it's like being the host of a party. You're holding the party for your guests. Sometimes the host of the party is holding the party for the host of the party. And that leads to a different kind of party. For Amazon, the party couldn't be much better now, as its stock recently hit an all-time high. And the company is poised to become even more relevant in people's lives as it works to expand its popular same-day delivery throughout the country. Our view on this is we know customers like their products fast, and so we work on things that we know customers like, and that's not going to change. Dan Simon, CNN, Seattle.
Ever since we got Reich, managing my team and their projects is a lot less dramatic. For example, now we have
Okay, back again. They talked about some issues, and Bezos talked about some issues. So, what do you think were the major outcome of this interview?
Outcome. Which video? The Amazon.
The Bezos.
Because before I saw this this video, I think every time I can start up my business, and just now he said the timing, and because in Chinese we always say if you want to achieve something, you have to in the good timing and with with the good people and the environment. So maybe if next time I start my business, I will think about the timing, because he said many company they fail because they are in the wrong timing. Because before I get into my master program, I have some idea to start up my business because I like to eating and drinking. So I have idea about a business to have a beauty store, and it is my dream because I like beauty, and for now maybe I will think about it. Think about the timing, because and now I feel if I open the beauty store, maybe I will fail in this market. And the next it is the customer. Yet I after I saw this video, and I have some conclusion, because in my bachelor degree, I majored the architecture design in. I think sometimes the design and the economy or something like this, and maybe have something it is the same, because when we do the design, we always focus on the people, and we have to know what they want, what they need. And if you start up my business, we also should focus on the people, but maybe that we should through the interview or the survey to know more about them, because what you think, it maybe it doesn't, it is not what he think, what she think. So I think we do anything, we should focus on the the people in these systems. We do the building, we should focus on this the people who use this building, and we start up a business, we should focus on this business who in this business. Yeah. That's what I conclude after I saw that 2 video.
Other input? Okay. Yes, I think that the most or the best outcome is that he tells, first of all, be focused. Focus on what you do, despite the fact what has to be done at Amazon, but focus. And he says for his business, he is very clear about what his customers want. And based on the origin business of Amazon, delivery products, he started with books, but delivering products to consumers means, for him, consumers want fast delivery. Mm-hmm. That is his primary goal, because he says the fast delivery is the most important thing for my customer. And I think he is right, because if you are actually ordering something, you don't want to wait 3 or 4 or 5 days. And this is what the old companies did. They were not aware about the speed. So fast delivery is for him a key success factor. And the second is price.
Yeah.
Fast and price. I think this is a very important message, because he's not messing around with 20 goals or 40 goals. He says very clear, I'm focused on price and fast delivery. And also when you see the other products from Amazon, like Prime Video, etc., it's availability. This is always available, and it's price. It's worth the price you pay. And that means, and that is what you also said, Ray, is he is doing his company with a thought or thinking being customer-centric. Yeah? And when I had a lesson, or I did a lesson about marketing and customer relationship management, I was very deep going into the meaning and the importance of customer-centric activities of a company, which means the whole company is having or should go for this goal, being customer-centric and like customer value of the time of customer being a customer with the company. So customer centric essential. And that what is very important with him is this little piece of importance. Yeah. And we talked about, I don't know whether you remember when we were talking about the triangle stuff. And we talked also about the business model and how do I generate revenue. And the guy was asking about this little tablet, yeah, from Amazon or Kindle for reading books. He is not earning money because of the product of the tablet, to use the tablet. So he's giving away his tablet for $140 and Apple for $340. So he's earning because of what you can do with the tablet. So he's earning with the use of it, not with the buy. Not for buying the tablet, he's earning money, but he's earning money by using it. It's like what we did with Nescafe. You have the machine, but it's made by this little stuff you put into the machine.
This idea also it is used in the Chinese company. I don't know whether you know it. It called Xiaomi. It is the company originally sell the smartphones, and his smartphone is very cheap, and very young people like to buy it because it's very cheap, and he cannot earn the money from his mobile phone, but he earned the money from the for example, the handset and the surveys from his from his company. It is I think it is the same.
Yeah, exactly. You don't earn money from
the product,
from the original product.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it is very smart.
Absolutely, yes. And I think a lot of company are now going into this principle.
Yes.
It's like with printers. Yeah, you get a printer for $50 or $60, and they earn the money with the paper, with the color patterns. They don't earn that much money with the printer itself. So it's a very clever principle, and it is definitely the future for a lot of products beside food. Yeah. Okay. That was the outcome from Bezos. The outcome from the TED speech was also very interesting, and we talked about it. The importance of timing. Can you remember?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an idea, the timing. When do I go to market with the product? The product is great.
Of course, it's very important.
Yeah. And you have seen that that the importance of this factor is, or let's say the other way around. He thought that the order of the importance would be different. So I photographed some of the slides, and what he sees, the timing is 42% importance. The team and execution is what you said, Ray. Of course, you need the best people and to execute what you think to be successful in a startup environment. The idea, of course, the business model, how to earn money, just what we talked about, and then the funding. He said the funding is easy. Yes, meanwhile, it's more easy to get your idea and your business funded. In Germany, for example, it was very, very difficult 10, 15 years ago for a startup to find money. Now it's easier. But years ago, it was very difficult for a startup company to get money. And now it becomes better. But I would say if the first things, timing, team, idea, business model, if this is working, it's easy to get money. So funding is not unimportant, but you need the other things ready to go and demonstrate to your investor that these things are okay and defined and solved, and then you get the money. Yeah. So you see that I'm very carefully go towards our startup, etc. Issues and going deeper into these. But I think to get a bit more overview about the business background and businesses before we go into the details is important. Yeah. So I hope you like and understand the way to go down from a top view into the more details we will see in the later lessons. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Any remarks to the lessons? Plus or pro, contra, or what would you like to be covered from today's point of view? Ray, you're smiling. What? Xiao, Chen, Liang. Any input?
No input, but because I never started my business, I just have my ideas about it, and I always don't know how we start up my business, because it is easy to have the blueprint, but it is hard to how to get in the real world. Because if you started, you have to do many research, and you must get know more details about the market you want to enter. So I think it is the hard thing. It is hard to get the information, and always I think the information about. Yes, the practice is always difficult. Yes, I do agree with it. So many things I start in the university. For example, many teacher will tell us you have to finish your business plan, but I think business plan is not enough to let us get into the practice.
Yeah, I mean, the key is, you can look around here and there. The key is the idea.
Idea.
Yeah, but if you the TV shows about startups, etc., what I found out is that most of the people who are developing an idea, they got the input, the motivation by their daily business or by their jobs they're actually doing, and started thinking about, wait, this is going wrong. This is not the best way to handle this problem. So they started with a daily experience. You go through your town, etc., and you open up your eyes, and you probably will find 5, 6, 7 points where you say, what are they doing? That this is stupid. There are
But
other solutions.
But I still can find the first step. I don't know which I should start it. I should join the brands, or I should build up my brands or something, or others. It is hard to do it.
For example, there were a couple in a TV show, and they said, look, there you have these energy drinks, like this Red Bull stuff. And she said, I was really going for this energy drinks. I was drinking like crazy. I was drinking it like crazy, but it was too sweet and it was not refreshing, and drinking. And her friend said, what are you drinking this shitty stuff? It's sweet, it's not sprinkling, it's not refreshing. So they started then to create a drink which is having the same effect as like the energy drinks have. So they have caffeine in it, etc. And it was within water, within sparkling water. So to combine their experience, having a fresh drink with sparkling water, and into this sparkling water take the same product or effect of pushing like energy drinks, but taste fresh, sparkling, and with absolutely 100% natural product. So that was something they experienced, and combined. And then, of course, the work started to find a guy, a specialist in the drinking environment, etc., to help them to make this possible, to combine these two products into one. So that is, yeah. Most of the stuff comes from, I think, from your own experience. And you just have to open your mind, to open your eyes, and you will find something, I tell you. You will find something. But most people, what they think is, I know 2 of them, they thought, no, that is not a new idea. It's definitely, this product is definitely there. Somewhere this product is there. It cannot be that I'm the only one who has the idea for this. But yes, they were the first one. They were the first one. So there are so nice examples, and I will show you next time 2 or 3 examples out of a TV show we have in Germany, which originally comes from the US, and guys presenting a product, and you will see how they got ideas and where they got the ideas.
What's the name of that TV show?
Let me check. The American is I think Aysen, you said, in the US, it's called Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Okay.
And in Germany, it's Die Höhle der Löwen. In US, Shark Tank. That is where people present their new products and their ideas. But this is also important to say, what they present are products. They have the idea, they have the product, they have the marketing concept, they have the package, they have an idea about the business plan or have a business plan. And as I said, some of them have already sold some of the products via internet to the, let's say, early adapters. You know, you see this in the Jeffrey Moore thing, what I sent you, also connected with the book. So for the early adapters, they're buying this stuff. And they need these venture capital guys to actually bring them up into the market. Yeah. Do you know Mr. Rosberg, a German Formula One racer? No. Of course not. So the principle of this show is there are 5 or 4 people sitting there. These guys are investors. And then you have people that present their product. And then one or more investors raise their hand and say, hey, this is it's great. And then they make an offer at that time live and say, okay, I want to buy, I give you 200,000. First of all, the startup, they say, I want to sell you 20% of my company for 200,000 euro. And then probably the investor says, okay, I do this. I give you 200,000 for 20% of the company. So that is the basic idea. And then the deal will done. Yeah. So have a look at Shark Tank. There you see how it works. A very interesting stuff. But remember, it's not investing in very early stages. They are not business angels. They are not seeding. They go after the chasm. That are typical venture capitalists. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
see you next week.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
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 Have a nice time. Bye.
Schönen Tag. Or schönen Abend.
Schönen Abend, genau. Take care.